Good day, American government students. Matt Lees here. Thought I would record a short video. This is not going to be anything like that orientation video that I gave you guys for the first module. This is going to be much more pithy, short, to the point. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and go into the course. Once you're into the course, you guys already know this by now, but go ahead and go on to modules, and we're already moving on to module 2. One thing I do want to talk about, just a little summary about Module 1. Overall, I was pleased with the grades. The first module is oftentimes the lowest in terms of class average throughout the course of the semester. How low is low? Typically, it's about 63, 64%. By the way, not because the content of Module 1 is necessarily that difficult or challenging. It's because you don't really know my expectations. You don't know how to prepare. So you guys, I'm pleased to report, did much better than the average. Your average was about 72%. So I do have some tips going forward in terms of how you can improve. And I thought the best way to provide those tips is to actually do that while we're talking about this week's tests and assignments in Module 2. So first thing you're going to do is go into module summary and guide. And I know we talked about this last week, but just in case you didn't watch that video, this is just the shorthand of what you need to do in terms of your reading assignments, chapters 2 and 3. You do the key terms, know those key terms for chapters 2 and 3. Founding Brothers, don't forget about that. I know we're not having weekly tests on Founding Brothers, but keep in mind that with Module 6, that paper is going to be due. So the last thing you want to do is procrastinate that. It is a book. I'm going to know if you read it or not, so don't procrastinate on that. So at any rate, make sure you're staying on top of that. But most importantly, go into down here Module 2 handout, and this actually contains the full assignment descriptions. Most importantly, this module, unlike our first module, we just had the chapter 1 test. It's actually going to cover 2 chapters. These learning objectives, most of my test questions somehow relate to these learning objectives. So the best way to prepare is have these in front of you. Between those and those key terms, that's about 90% of the material from which I draw my test questions from. So make sure that that you're staying on top of those, that that you're doing those, because that will really help out immensely when you're preparing for those tests. So if you scroll down, here's again the reading assignments. Again, with Founding Brothers, I'm saying don't wait till the end of the semester to read the book. I also have some notes in here that will be helpful as well. Read those notes. And here is the full assignment description for the discussion question. So first and foremost, you'll notice in your first discussion question, I provided you lots of detailed feedback. Look at that feedback. Maximize your points by following and closely following this assignment description. So you're going to start, and by the way, this is a controversial subject. This is discussing the Dobbs versus Jackson decision that effectively overturned Roe versus Wade and sent the issue of abortion back to the states. So first thing you're going to do is there's 2 articles, completely opposing viewpoints. I want you to read both of these. Once you read those articles, I want you to summarize them. Give me the major arguments. Give me in your estimation, the strongest argument that each article made for their side. We don't want to set up straw men if we don't agree with the article. We want to set up strong men. I want you to contend with their strongest argument. So don't select a weak argument and just knock it over, but go with the strongest ones. Most importantly, for that summary of the article, of each article, I'm looking for evidence that you actually read the article, that you understand the article. So once you've summarized both of them, I want you to tell me which author and which article you agree with the most. Guys, I will never, ever, ever grade you on whether or not I personally agree with your opinion. However, I will grade you on your ability to support your conclusions with fact and with outside sources. Feel free to use your textbook. Feel free to also use scholarly professional sources from the outside. But that's what I'm looking for on that. So give me lots of detailed feedback to fully answer all of these questions. It's going to take about at least 1 page, if not 2 pages typed. That's double spaced. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Also, make sure that you're interacting with your classmates. Don't just provide, and this happened in the first discussion, don't just provide a 1-sentence, I agree. Say specifically what you agree with, maybe what you disagree with. And most importantly, I know in the culture and with social media, it's I guess, shall we say, politically passe to be doing what we're doing right now, which is discussing issues, especially controversial issues. The culture tells us we can't do that. I'm here to tell you we can do that as a society. We need to do that. We can disagree without being disagreeable. So, be courteous, but also share your views. Don't be afraid to share your views. But we're going to do this the right way. So, no personal attacks, no ad hominem attacks, those sorts of things. Stick to the facts. We're not going to take this personally. But, we strengthen our own arguments by grappling with the strongest arguments of the opposition. So that's precisely what I want you guys to do. So in essence, that's this module's assignments. So we got 2 chapters for the module test this time. And we also have this discussion question. Looking forward to it. I'm excited about this semester. We've got all kinds of issues, all kinds of things taking place to discuss. So that's all I have to say, folks. If you have any questions, as always, you know how to reach me. I'm always in my office. I love seeing you guys. Come by and see me. With all that said, I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, next time.